Hey guys, this is Ishan and you're watching Data Science Devils, and this is the last video of my data exploration playlist. So in this video we are going to talk about variable transformation. So first of all we will understand what do you mean by variable transformation, and later on we will implement the variable transformation in Python using Jupyter Notebook. So if you remember basic college level maths, then you will understand the variable transformation concept easily. So let's say I have an input x. So what do you mean by variable transformation? Its meaning is hidden in its name only. So what do you do if I have an input variable x? I change it to f of x. Now here f of x is a function. For example, if I have input x and my f of x is square root of x. So I'm changing x to a function and I'm passing again x as an input. So let's say I have my input variable x as 4. So if I will apply variable transformation using the function as square root of x, then my transformed value will be square root of 4, that is equal to 2. So it is very simple. Now coming to why do we need variable transformation? So I will explain this with the help of image. Now let me zoom it. This is the image of a dataset where now don't focus on these names like stat and medv. It doesn't represent anything. Just like treat this as x-axis and treat this as y-axis and focus on these points. So this is a non-linear distribution, and if I want to make any kind of machine learning model on this non-linear distribution, then that will be very difficult for me. It is possible, but it is difficult. But if I have a data set whose distribution is like this. Now again, don't focus on these names like this measured and predicted. Just treat this as an x-axis and this as a y-axis. So this distribution is linear in nature, and if I want to make any machine learning model or deep learning model on it, it would be like a cakewalk for me, or it will be very easy for me to make. So this is the power of variable transformation, and you can easily achieve it using Python. Now, how to do variable transformation? As I have already explained, variable transformation means you are replacing the input variable x with some of its function. So I've been replacing x with f of x. So you can do it in four ways. In the first way, you replace x with its logarithm. That is, if your base is 10 and your input is 100, so the transformed value will be log of 100. That is 2 if your base is 10. And the second way is you take the f of x as square root of x, that is you replace x with its square root, but this works only for positive values. If the value is negative, then we will replace it with cube root of x. Then the fourth step is like very important. Here we change the type of variable, that is, if the variable is continuous, we will change it into categorical, and normally this change is only implemented. Like we change from continuous to categorical. Okay, so again we'll try to understand this with the help of an example. Let's say my input variable is age, and the age is a continuous variable as it can take any value from 0, and the maximum value will depend on the health of the person. So this is a case if it is continuous in nature, but if we are transforming into categorical, now I will transform it into categorical, and I will use two groups so that I can say if the age is from 0 to 25, I will say it belongs to young, and if the age is from 25 to maximum, then it is adult. Now I could have used more groups, like I could have said if the age is from 0 to 15, then it is a child, from 15 to 25, then it is young. But for simplicity purpose, I have considered only two groups. Now let's implement this. So to implement it, I'm using Anaconda Navigator and Jupyter Notebook. So you have to open Anaconda Navigator from the start menu, search Anaconda Navigator and open it. I've already opened it, and then launch Jupyter Notebook. I've done also that. So this is a Jupyter Notebook which we have been dealing with since the start. Now the first step will be, as usual, import all the necessary libraries. So we are dealing with pandas and numpy library in this video, so I will import it. And then read your dataset. So the dataset is Titanic, and read it with pandas library and give it a name. So I'm naming it DF. Now coming back to the present video. Now these all are nothing but the code which I have discussed with you guys in the previous video in my data exploration playlist. And I will upload this notebook in the Google Drive and also the dataset, and I will paste it in the description box. So no need to worry about that. Now focusing on the present video. So what was my first way? First way was to change the input variable x to its log. Now here I am considering the age column for simplicity. So my input variable is the age column. So first of all, I will plot it to get an idea what my input variables distribution looks like. So df square bracket and the variable or column name that you're using, then dot plot, and we will plot a histogram. For histogram we use dot plot dot hist, and as it is a method we'll write opening and closing parenthesis and then hit shift enter, or you can click run. I will choose shift enter. So this will give us a histogram. Okay. Now this histogram doesn't look symmetrical, as more values are there in the left hand side and less values are there in the right hand side. As I can say, if your age is 60 to 70, then the count, that is my frequency, is less. So I have to do something to change this. So using my first method, I will replace the age with its logarithm, and then I will plot and see like whether the distribution has improved or not. So for that I'm using numpy, and I have already imported import numpy as np. So I'm using np dot log bracket df, my column name age. Okay, now I will plot this to look whether my distribution has improved or not. So it hasn't improved, it has got more worse. So I will try the square root one. So np dot square root. For square root there is a predefined function sqrt in numpy, and now I will simply just copy this because the remaining code is same, only the function has changed. Shift enter, and now I can see that my distribution has improved, like it is better than this and this. Now I'll try my luck with the third method, that is I will change my age to the cube root of age. Now for cube root of age I will use the power method available in numpy library. So np dot power, and then I will pass the input variable, that is my age column, and then the power, which is 1 by 3, as we are finding the cube root, x to the power 1 by 3, that is a cube root, and then we will plot it to see whether our distribution has improved or got worsened. Okay, so using cube root, more values are here and less are here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of these 4 distributions, I can say that the distribution of the square root is giving me good result. So using variable transformation, we have got this result. So here we have discussed these 3 ways of doing variable transformation, and now we will look at the 4th way. And the name of this way is binning. Don't get confused by its name. It is very simple. We simply change the type of variable x from continuous to categorical, and I have already discussed it in the start of the video. So to do binning, you have to first of all create bins, and to create bins you have to use a list. Now what are these 0, 15 and 80? So these 0, 15 and 80 are nothing but the ages. 80 is my maximum age and 0 is the minimum. And then I want to make groups. Like I want to say that from 0 to 15, like if a passenger on the Titanic ship has the age in this range from 0 to 15, I will say that he is young, and if it is from 15 to 80, I will say that he is an adult. So for that we need another list called as group to specify the group name. So the first group name is young and the second group name is adult. So we have successfully made the bins and also the groups. Now third step is to apply all these bins and groups that we have made to our data set. For that, I will write here df type, as we are changing the type of the variable from continuous to categorical. So you have to use df type attribute here. So pd dot cut, this method we will use, then df and then the column name whose variable type you are changing. So we are dealing here with the age column. So I will write here df age, and then these are my bins, like from 0 to 15. If the passenger is there, then he belongs to young group, and from 15 to 80, if the passenger is there, then he belongs to the adult group. So bins comma labels, and labels here we are giving this young and adult. So these young and adult belong to this list named group. So I will write a group group. Okay, hit shift enter. Okay, so it was a typo here. Labels. Now it is done. Now we will, in order to see our results, we will simply write df types dot value underscore countess. So okay, it's not types, it's type. So you have to be careful with the spelling because this gives error. Okay, so there are around 83 young people in my, in not in my ship but in the Titanic ship, and 631 adults in the Titanic ship. So I can say 83 passengers in the Titanic ship belong to this age group 0 to 15, and 15 to 80 passengers belong to the adult age group. Now, variable transformation has made our task easier to categorize different passengers. So this is the power of variable transformation. So this is all about this video, and this is the last video of my data exploration playlist. If you are liking my work, please subscribe to this Data Science Devils YouTube channel, Like this video and comment if you have any doubt, or you can even comment any part of the video you like the most. So this is the my playlist, not my playlist, but the notebook which we have been dealing with since the starting video of the data exploration playlist. I will upload this notebook along with the dataset in the Google Drive and then give its link in the description box. Okay, so have a nice day and good evening.